Going.
Could have sworn we were live already when they were doing the countdown, because those are the couple of times that I flashed the camera. It was during those. Really?
This poor cat, I love him so much. They remind me of freaking wasabi. They're just angry. I love you so much. Hello, hobby family. I have to hold one arm because that way she can't get enough crank with one arm to stab me with that file.
I bet. It's good to see the craziness alive. Wow.
Hey, everybody. You may not remember, but I actually have a wife. Everybody, this is Lady D. It has been a long time since they have seen you. You have been ill of health and bad of back and had multiple issues, which were all justifiable. But you know what? That lovely, shining, giggly face of yours once again graces our show.
He's laying on a little thick. Look, hello, everybody.
Hello, crafters. So, yeah, I'm here. She's here. We're here. We're all here. Hi.
You're not going to sing any Sanguinimus carols again, are you?
No, that was yesterday. But, again, a quick reminder. There's a video up there, Happy Sanguinimus.
You'll link it.
I'll have a link down below. We have a Sanguinimus giveaway where I'm giving away a classic 1994 box of Blood Angels Death Company, along with a big pile of Blood Angel bits. Check it out. If you play Blood Angels, it's a piece of history. If you're a 40K fan, it's a piece of history.
I'm just here.
You're adorable. I've missed her so much.
Looks like he never sees me.
Is your arm somewhere on the table over there?
It's in there.
Okay, good. So, we're here.
Goodbye.
What are you working on?
I have not a bloody clue.
Well, you have, though, a couple of Underworlds teams that you're kind of dishing around with, along with a Blood Elf witch that you're just kind of messing around with for the fun of messing around with.
Blood Elf?
Whatever, Blood Elf.
Daughter of Cain?
Yeah, whatever.
Actually, she's supposed to be going up on the website. If I can just... I'm in a slump. And for the life of me, I can't...
Well, I mean, you've been so busy and so burnt out. I don't think anyone's going to fault you for not having the energy to hobby a lot right now. You're in one of the busiest times at your work. And you're just, as a manager, you're just trying to keep your department above water, which is fine. I don't think anyone's going to fault you that, sweetheart. I know I'm not.
It's because you're married to me.
No, I have plenty of things I'd fault you for. Can't talk about it on there.
Do you have Diarchasm coming?
I have not ordered it yet. I'll be ordering it this weekend. Or I may just pick it up on Saturday when I'm there. because I'm sure he'll have multiple extra copies. That stuff's weird stuff to work with.
I'm aware.
Okay. But I've got our painting these Underworlds armies. We haven't had a chance to even play yet. We got to get some time off so we can actually sit and play some Underworlds because it is a really fun game. I think you'd really like it if you got a chance to play it, honestly. It's very fast, very quick, and very, we're done. It's kind of like Bang with none of the bad feelings.
I didn't know that was possible to play Bang and not have bad feelings. Why did you shoot me? You shot me first. Aren't you the sheriff? And how do you know I'm not your deputy? Don't care. You shot me.
I'ma shoot you.
I have 2 guns. One for the each.
One for the each year. We should watch it again. We haven't watched that in a while.
Nope.
Shake the shit out of that. I mean, like, pretend you're an English nanny. What do I got going on? Well, I'm working on my last 2 war bands. I'm still working on these Beastmen. I honestly could say I'm not motivated to paint these Beastmen. I'm not, they're good sculpts. I don't want to knock anybody. I mean, if you like them, you like them. They're good. I like the sculpts. They're good sculpts. I'm not really excited to play the team, so I'm not really excited to paint the figures. But I started painting my Garrick's Reavers, my version of Garrick's Reavers.
Translation, they still have their clothes on.
Yes, my version has clothes. And I got these guys and was immediately motivated to paint the crap out of them. So, I forget what they're called. Yith Somebody's Guardians. I painted them up last night. I finished painting them up last night.
Ysira's Guardians.
Yeah, something like that. And I think they turned out really nice. She thinks they turned out okay.
Yeah.
I think they're perfectly acceptable for pieces to be used on a board game. Because, I mean, that's the thing. These things are ultimately... Use a pin. In the sharps drawer, there's a box of pins. Want to replace them, please?
How about the one that says stick pins? Oh, stickity. Never mind.
Yeah. There's a white box in there that's got pins in it. Oh, there's pins right there. There you go. So, yeah, we're working on that. I'm also... I just finished... a rune priest that I built and then didn't work on him for like a month and a half or more. So I built him. I finished painting him. And those of you that saw me play last week, I had these guys half painted. Did it explode all over you? Did you get on your glasses? Oh no, did you get it on your shirt?
Yep. And my pants.
Okay. I'm going to give you... I put 2 rags right here.
Yes, you told me to put them away.
Okay. Go wipe them off and change. Let's rinse that shirt right away. I don't want to ruin that shirt. So I love that shirt. It just burst open, huh?
Yep. There was a huge clog in it.
Okay.
That's what I was trying to get rid of.
And the pin didn't get through it.
No, the pin did. It just didn't get very much.
Oh. Happy spouse, happy house. That's pretty cool. It's an interesting way of saying it. A far more politically correct way for this time.
Well, in our case, it is true.
It is. What I was saying, though, before the paint exploded all over my wife, some of you that saw me play on Saturday saw I had these guys half painted, and now my Outriders are done.
Oh, wow. What a pretty color leaving on the table.
Yeah, well, it's because it's on the black. That's the whole thing. When you paint it on dark colors, it shows off the sparkle effect really well.
Oh, it's gonna get it.
I'm really actually super pleased with how the shield hanging off the side of the bike came out. I actually spent a lot of time painting and repainting. Good evening, Tina. And then on this guy, I actually put a little banner on the side there. Used a Copic pen to write the word Russ on the outside of the banner. So
We have Copic pens.
I don't know if it's a Copic pen. It's the pen that was here. It's that brown pen. It's a brown marker with a fine tip. Mr. Hawkins, good to see you. So yeah, my 3 Outriders, my Wolf Outriders, are finally done.
Let's see if I can actually see now.
Are you good?
Oh, yeah.
I'm glad nothing was ruined.
I'll be back.
Good. Oh, so she's working with some Turbo Dork paints, and it exploded on her. What a lovely, lovely thing. So yeah, I've been working on a lot of stuff painting up. These are actually the next 3 pieces that I'm working on. I want to get these guys done. I just started building their bases, and we're going to get 3 of these guys painted up as my death speakers, and then
I just figured this was appropriate.
it's very cute.
Might as well use it.
It's fine. So yeah, we got
Hi.
what did Tiger decide to greet you?
Yes. Where did you get that thick cork?
It's not really that thick. It's multiple layers. It's a 1/4-inch thick cork board.
You can get it at most crafting stores.
Yeah, in sheet form. Yeah, it's just 1/4-inch thick sheet cork. I think I specifically got this at Walmart.
I think so.
But you've got it actually at Michael's. I saw they actually had it in a roll at Michael's.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a 6-foot roll of it. I was like,
yep.
Which is interesting because, yeah, no, I doubled it up because I wanted to. To be honest, these 3 fat boys are really heavy. And I don't think just gluing them in the base will work very well. So I'm going to be drilling holes into their feet. And I wanted to put a thick pin into the base to pin them thoroughly to these bases so they don't come ripping off. That was the goal, at least. So, but I want to get, I think actually one of the terrain pieces I want to do is, as long as I'm doing my desert-themed Marine Army, which is what these guys are for, I actually want to do some desert terrain really soon.
You have to finish the gate first.
Yes, ma'am. I have to finish that freaking gate. I'm having engineering problems with the gate. I'm at the point now where I'm like, I think I'm going to not have the doors slide inside of the walls, just because I'm having all types of engineering problems making that work properly. I think I'm just going to have them hinge, because that's just that's
what I told him to do originally.
Right, but
no.
I really wanted to have them do the whole I forget what it's called. Where there's the sliding doors and they disappear into the walls. I forget what that's called, but I really wanted to do that for these. I just keep running into engineering issues with how that would work. So I think in the end, I'm just going to have them do flip doors.
Overcome. Mike says.
Yes, adapt, overcome.
Just say the door is stuck and you're waiting for a tech priest to stop by and fix it. See, I like that one.
Yeah, I could do that and then just have them solid in place, but I wanted to have the gates. It is Kaiser. Hello, Kaiser. Good to see you, sir. Pocket doors. Thank you, Phoenix. Yes, pocket doors. I really wanted to pocket door them. There's a part of me that's like almost still unwilling to accept defeat and figure out a way to build foam pocket doors that aren't going to get stuck. But I might be over-engineering it. And that's where the problem comes about. Because there's a point where you just kind of got to go, you know what? Just stop. Just stop. So, and part of that's because of the fact that the doorway, the opening in the door has to be 10 inches wide and 10 inches tall to be able to fit a Bane blade to drive through the gate and a Imperial Knight to be able to walk through the gate. And so I may just have them so that they open and close and maybe do something that looks like faux pistons to shut the door. Blood Bowl. There's a Blood Bowl league that, if everything goes well with COVID, Mr. Tesh, one of our two latest Patreon members.
Welcome. Thank you for your support.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. We have a Blood Bowl league that if we can get distancing down and everything works well, we're going to have a Blood Bowl league starting in January. As soon as football season's over, we want to start a Blood Bowl league. And I'm doing an Orcish team.
I kept telling him he should do it Packers style.
Yes, those green skin hackers. It's not entirely a bad idea. We have a league starting in February. Yeah, see, that's the thing. With the new edition of Blood Bowl, I mean, I've loved Blood Bowl for decades. I've always thought it was a great game. I have the PC version, which I really, really enjoy greatly.
Which is why I was so happy when I saw the commercials, the ads for it, and they got the voices for the two announcers from the game. I like listening to them. They're hilarious.
So I got to eventually sit down and work on my team. I didn't actually buy a team of figures yet. I might not.
You do have a team of figures. You just don't like them.
Well, that we've used a couple pieces here and there, and somebody else is playing the Wood Elves. And to be honest, you're right. I don't like the Wood Elves. I don't like the way they go on the bases. They're just super flimsy to me, and they just seem really, really unstable. And I just don't like I don't like the sculpts. We'll set up. I'm the Elthagar.
Surprise, surprise. My husband uses the name D. Elthagar online.
In America, it is called football. It is very similar to the English game of rugby.
And to quote my favorite actor, it's called handball.
Hand egg.
No, he called it handball.
Okay, yeah.
He goes, football, you use a foot. This handball, it's handball.
I've heard it humorously referred to as hand egg.
Of course, I still like him trying to pronounce soccer with an American accent. That's hilarious.
Soccer.
Soccer.
Yeah.
I love Christopher Eccleston. Don't judge me.
Yeah, so it's kind of like rugby, but meaner and heavily armored and a lot more rules. It is. It's a lot meaner, but at the same time, there's
He's
a lot.
obviously never played rugby.
I've played rugby. Rugby is just kind of like, we have a name. We have an American name for rugby, but I refuse to repeat it here. But it was a very common game played as youth.
There we go. Now I'm getting the effects I want.
I look at rugby as murder ball. You have the ball, we're trying to kill you. That's basically really close to Blood Bowl. Honestly, what I'm doing for my team, since I'm doing orcs, I actually have a huge box of 90s orc fantasy figures that I really don't have any other use for. So I'm going to get the savage ones that are in there, and I'm just going to trim them up, trim off weapons, use a little bit of green stuff to put some helmets and shoulder pads on them, and that's going to be my team. They're official GW figures, so they'll be perfectly fine. Nice and violent, because they're almost all going, ah, which...
So for that one that we're pretty sure has got brain damage.
I like brain damage. I think my whole team's going to have brain damage. That might just be what they called the damaged brains.
Sounds like you should be playing undead then.
No, I would play undead, but Commodore is playing undead in our league. Dane Bramage. No, maybe that should be the team captain. Dane Bramage. The green skin hackers. I don't know. We'll figure it out. They're gonna have a very simple paint scheme, honestly.
Yeah, it's called green and gold.
It's called green. It's called spray paint them white, dip them in green wash, and then dip them in green. Dip them in green contrast, and then dip them in Null oil.
I don't know.
So I've been in a couple of mini swaps. Oh, I can imagine, because I remember when I was building those freaking wood elves, I was just cursing left and right. It's like, who in the hell designed these figures? These are a pain in the ass to build. These are going to be a pain in the ass to paint. And these things are not going to stay on the catcher for the wood elves. The connection point that it goes onto the base with. If you don't use plastic glue and attach that figure to your base before you do basing on it, and probably still want to pin it, if you don't, that thing looks like it's going to snap off. And the problem is that the connection point's small and the ankle's even smaller. So if it doesn't break off at the base, that leg is going to snap right off. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to go through my stuff to see how many of my old metal figures I had, because I had dozens of old 1990s metal Blood Bowl figures. You know, I heard about that, and I'm so happy that there is finally...
Not sure how much use Bill Gates mind control drug is going to be on a 90-year-old woman they injected.
But, you know, I'm so glad that they're making that happen. I'm super, super pleased that stuff is finally coming to pass. We can hopefully within the next year, with enough vaccination and enough vaccinators and enough everything, we can get the world back to the new normal. You know, I mean, I don't care if I have to wear a mask in public for the next 5 years. That doesn't bother me. I could wear a mask every day. That doesn't bother me. But just the not being able to go out, not being able to interact with my friends out in public very much, not being able to just go be. It's making me crazy. And I recognize it needs to happen. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying, screw it. Nah, I'm not saying that at all. I recognize it has to happen. But geez, let's just get these vaccines out there and get this done with and get back to something resembling. It is Australia de Jesus. Hello, Kaiju. So, what is going on in the great world of Warhammer? Not much, nothing. They delayed the Death Guard. I am so... Yeah, I can imagine, like, that's got to be frustrating as hell. Every 3 weeks, shutting down, disinfect the crap out of everything, and then try to get back to normal. Sorry, I'm just looking at what you're doing.
Rimming.
Okay. I haven't seen you paint in so long. I enjoy watching you paint. That tip's going to pop. I watched the giveaway. Didn't see no K. You're right. I forgot to do the K-pop in the. So that means I'm going to have to do K-pop in the actual drawing.
No.
What?
You could always show them how you dance.
Not tonight. I can't.
It's hilarious. Watching him try and dance to KDA. Because he's convinced those are the dance moves.
No, actually, it's like this. I know they do this. Spool of wire, please. Here, you talk while I fix this. Hi. I don't care. You're cute. People like you.
No, people watch the show to
see you be mean to me. So be mean to me. Hand me the clippers.
No, actually, when he dances, I should tell you that when we go out dancing, normally he just stands there and does this.
I do not. I most certainly do not.
Kaiju says he likes us both. Us pair of cuties.
Oh.
I'm almost done with a figure.
That's good.
I'm just not sure what else to do with her. Her belt needs something. In her eyes.
That didn't work. Give me a knife. Oh, I got a knife.
I have a drill.
I have a knife.
So, yeah. I have no idea.
How's your painting coming?
I am doing line art on the painting. Okay, so to answer your question, Mike, I am working on this little beauty here. I'm not. I don't carry a purse or a handbag, man. So, I got her, and somebody challenged me, instead of doing fire, to do ice. So, that's kind of what I'm doing. And then the other one is behind me that I should probably be working on, in all honesty, even though I don't like the person I'm giving it to anymore.
Hey, they're paying you for it. They're not paying you. They're not getting it.
If you don't pay me for it, guess what, guys? This sucker goes up for sale. If anybody wants to try and see, since the last time I was on, I I have been working on this quite a bit. And at the moment, I'm working on lining. So,
Take support. See, look at that. It's beautiful. Look at how beautiful that thing is.
Ooh, the gold is really reflective tonight.
Yeah, it looks good. There you go. Your paint is free.
So, this is very difficult for me to work on because my back can only handle so much of it. Thank you.
See?
The
Ice and witch elf lack of clothing is a great combo. I agree. I actually saw somebody that I have a picture I want to show you of somebody did some witch elves where they actually did a little bit of extra sculpting on their witch elves.
Well, I'm giggling at what Kaiser says.
What did he say?
So, what's in store for 2021? Gundams, chibi dolls, or make some progress on that graphic novel?
Process on the graphic novel.
I will try.
If we're not going to start on the big one, we got to do the little one.
I can start on the big one better than I can the little one, unfortunately. I know what the characters in the little one look like far better than I do the big one. Or the big one over the little one.
Right.
That's where the problem is.
Okay. Remember why you wanted to do the little one.
Yeah, practice.
Being able to stick to a weekly schedule.
Yeah. Not with me having a full-time job. That weekly schedule's not going to work.
And let's see. What else is in store for 2021?
Chibi dolls I don't think I can do, but I think that would be fun.
Chibi drawings. I think he's talking to you because you're doing some chibi drawings earlier.
Well, no, I was working on that one. I should probably finish that. Where is it? There it is.
This is my big 2021 project. It's 1.5. I should do 1.5. It's Indomitus plus the large set of the large starter set worth of Necrons. This is my new Necron army.
Before you ask, no, he did not steal it from the child.
Nope, I bought 2. Well, we bought 1. You bought 1. I bought 1.
Yep.
And you had no interest in the Necrons, so we got that to split with the child. And I haven't touched any of your dudes. Any of your Marines. Those are your Marines. I haven't touched them at all. Haven't even threatened them, have I?
Nope, because I've been working and you haven't been able to.
Right. But what is the one thing I did do?
Threaten my elves?
No. I offered, if you did not want your assault guys, I would get you a box of Marines to replace them as a full trade.
Oh, yeah, there is that too.
That's a lot of Necrons. Yeah, that's about 1,500 points of Necrons. I tried a paint scheme for them.
Didn't like it.
Yeah, that's the actual thing. We're looking to eventually, when she gets caught up with some of her figures, we're going to get her the Blood Angels box because she can use the entire box. Actually, the entire thing. I don't need another impulsor, but everything in that box is good for you.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is where I'm at with my digital Necrons.
When I told him what he should probably do, I got kind of something along the lines of fuck that.
Yeah, let me get the little whiteboard here so I can get a better view of what we got here. So it's a lot more yellow than the camera lets it see. I kind of like it. I kind of like it, but at the same time, I'm trying to do kind of a faster but unique kind of paint scheme. And the problem is, to get where I wanted with this digital idea, it's a lot of line work. I'd have to go back over with like either a really bright neon yellow or possibly even an almost white yellow.
Using white and then putting a neon paint over it was what I said.
Yeah. And doing a whole lot of edge highlighting. So I definitely don't want to do that. So well, and that's the whole thing. My Space Wolves, my God, I mean, I've still got some left to do, but I don't have a lot left. And I've got, at this point, honestly, with my Space Wolves, not counting the stuff I currently have, because I have about 10, 15 figures left to do with my Space Wolves. But not counting those 10 to 15 figures I've got left to do, the only figures I really have left to do that I have any desire to do for the Space Wolves, because of how many I have and how many different things I have, yeah, and that's the whole thing. Let me talk about that in a sec. So, like, for my Space Wolves, I mean, honestly, I have a bunch of stuff that's almost done. I should be completely done with Indominus in the next week or so. Once that's all done, I have probably around, at that point, around 7,000 points of Space Wolves. The only possible things I could want... Yeah, and that's the whole thing, is doing across the whole thing. The only thing I want left for my Wolves are a bunch of the characters. There's a bunch of individual characters, but I even got a few of them. I got Njal. I got Harold Deathwolf. The only guy I really want is Santa and his wolf sleigh. I mean, that's really pretty much the only other figure I really want left for the army. The new version of Bjorn, maybe Murderfang, and then maybe a unit or two of Blood Claws. But now it's just like, let me try something. Yeah, I'm around 7,000 points. It's shocking. Yes, I want an Arjack. You are correct. I do want an Arjack. That is one figure I really do want as an Arjack. But, I mean, it's like characters. I'm at the point now where I don't need any more units. I've got 4 squads of regular intercessors, 2 squads of assault intercessors, 4 squads of Grey Hunters. I've got a Rhino. I've got a tank. I mean, I wouldn't turn away other pieces, but there's nothing really I'm looking for. I've got such a really big and good-looking force. You know, now it's, individual characters just to kind of flesh things out. And, you know what? I don't have enough Blood Claws. Let me get a pack of Blood Claws and put them in here.
Don't forget Moon.
Moon. Yeah, I do want one Cyber Wolf just so I can make a Moon. Well, and that's the thing. I've got a pack of Fenrisian Wolves. I want to get a Cyber Wolf to run with them. I'm finishing up a second squad of Thunder Wolves. I mean, I've got a set of Sky Wolves. The problem is that there's really just not much. I mean, after playing with the way the points have gone up, I've got so many choices of stuff to play between. There's units I'm like, I have to make a decision. I want to play this unit to get stuff played. Now, last year I played a almost entirely Primaris Space Wolves army and did pretty well. I've got now pretty much a mixed force that I ran with that I got killed playing Necrons against. Oh my God, I got murdered playing against.
Avenged.
Oh my gosh, it was ridiculous. I could not. I mean, first off, Greg, who's in the channel right now, is an excellent player. Absolutely flawless game on his part. And then to go along with him playing flawlessly, I could not make a wound roll or an armor save to save my freaking life. I could hit him all day long, but I couldn't wound him. And when he hit me, I couldn't get my armor. I have a 4-up invul save, but 2s don't matter. It was sad. It was sad. So eventually I have to fight Greg again and try and figure out what I'm doing wrong there. Because nothing against him. Like I said, he played an absolutely flawless game. Really. No, because I forgot my camera because I was so worried about getting my wife to work that morning. I forgot to grab like a half of my stuff. I'm not salty over it. You have to paint it backwards because our camera reverses stuff. Yeah, I mean, I was so worried about getting her to work on time and getting some breakfast and everything. I didn't bring my camera. I didn't bring a couple other things I was going to bring. I almost.
Hey, look, McCaffrey wants to.
I almost forgot my terrain. I was like, oh God, no, don't forget that. Ask Greg. I was not salty at Greg. Greg played a great game. He was great.
I'm not saying he's salty at that. I'm saying he's salty that he got his ass kicked.
Oh yeah, no, I mean Death Guard. I mean, I'm still got my Death Guard. Don't get me wrong. I got a whole bunch of new Death Guard that got to get painted. They got their base coats down, but I got a bunch of extra new Death Guard that are all coming out to add to it. But I mean, my Death Guards at the same school there. They're around 5,000 to 6,000 points. And that's the thing. I'm not worried about the pointing of it. I play the armies that I like. So, and I like my Death Guard, and I like them in a method that most people don't like playing in. I run really, really heavy with a lot of Marine. I hate Poxwalkers. I just want to bring lots of dudes and just kind of stomp across the field with them. So, and like I said, I love my Death Guard. They're coming more. My book got delayed, so I'm kind of in limbo. I really want to know what the heck their combat patrol box is going to be. I want that new guy that they created for him, the new HQ choice, since we can't buy any normal HQs individually, and our box is out. I've seen a winning D and a losing D. They are two different people.
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Am I bad or? I mean, I don't mean to be.
You get very angry with yourself.
Well, I hold myself to a high standard. When I make dumb mistakes, I make dumb mistakes. And losing is not necessarily a dumb mistake, but when I lose, I see all my mistakes that I've made. So. That would be nice to see Typhus useful. I mean, that's the problem. Right now, Typhus isn't worth the points you pay for him, other than I want to play Typhus because he's a gorgeous-looking figure. I mean, because he is. He's still a beautiful, beautiful figure. I love my Typhus. He's not worth the points you pay for him. Unless you're running Poxwalkers, and Poxwalkers are so bad. They're so bad. I don't know. Maybe I'm going to try a massive Poxwalker army to see if I can make it work. I don't know. I'm going to be playing a lot more 9th, and I'm going to be playing a lot. I'm going to be experimenting. I want to experiment a lot right now. I've tried a few things with my Custodes. I really like Custodes, and they're a lot of fun to play. I love my wolves, good or bad. I love them to death. I love my Death Guard. And Age of Sigmar, yes. Now that I have an extra expansion onto my Stormcast, that I was originally thinking I may have to repaint from the way I was being told about them. And then I saw these things, and I refused to repaint them. They are gorgeous. They are absolutely gorgeous. So my Age of Sigmar, my Stormcast army is going to have two very definite organizations coming together. One that's all silver and purple, and one that's all silver and green. Do I know who painted them? Well, I know somebody in my chat painted them. I'm just not certain which one of you it was. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to turn the chat over here for a second. I want to go get them and show them off because they're gorgeous.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Well, actually, let me go grab these things. You guys got to see them. This is my new army, a new addition to my army, and they're beautiful.
I'm having trouble painting tonight. A lot of trouble painting tonight. It's not working out the way I want it to. Very upsetting. So, yeah, I think I'm going to stop now. I think he's done. Because I have a feeling I'm going to screw it up if I try any more. So. One of my hobbies that some of you know is I like to write fan fiction. I actually finished my Doctor Who fanfic last week, 49 chapters later. And apparently there are people calling for an epilogue, so I may end up putting one more chapter, so it rounds out to 50, which is kind of nice because the 49 chapters was bugging me, if I'm truthful. Yeah, I don't think I'm doing much more with her. If I try and do anything else with this figure, I'm going to ruin it. I just know it. So, I am not, was not prepared for tonight at all. I have been working a lot, so I've been sleeping a lot. And oh, thank God he's back. TARDIS works better if you hit the control. She does not agree with this statement.
Please.
Oh yeah, those are the ones that were painted with the Dark Angels.
So, they're very pretty.
Yes, they are. Better than anything I can do.
I disagree. These aren't washed yet. These are just base colors. So they're going to need some. They're going to need some shading on them. And the bases are set up and primed, but they're going to need some paint on them as well. So there's a little work to go with them. Like I said, I thought originally I was going to have to repaint them, but the green and the brown look so nice on them. I think they're just going to be an additional part that adds on to my existing army.
Nate! Hello, Nate!
So I was curious, was Ben or Tina the person that painted these?
I'm almost positive it was Tina.
I'm fairly certain it was too, but I don't know for certain, which is why I'm asking. Because I want to give credit.
Yeah, I was right. It was Tina. I could have sworn I saw you painting them when we first met, Tina. That's why I remember them.
Well, they're great. So what's going to happen is that they're going to get some base coats underneath done, and they're going to be finished up. But they're going to very well match up. They'll definitely
That's a good
be
one, Kaiser.
They'll definitely be well, Kaiser. They're going to match up alongside my purple. So I'll have purple and green in my army. Madness.
Normal for you. Purple and green in your armies. What a shock.
I mean, my current army is purple with a little bit of green added on. So having now green with probably a little bit of purple added on here and there, it'll be just fine. So it'll be great. So yeah, I'll finish these guys up and then put them with the rest of my army, and I'll have a big mass of dudes to go with them. And since the Christmas boxes are kind of expensive, and I really can't afford them with all the other figures I picked, this is part of my reason why I get behind purchasing these from my friend Ben as well. One, I don't have to build them. I just have to finish painting them. And they're gorgeous to begin with, so I don't have to do a lot of work with them. So there'll be a lot less work than my other Stormcast. They'll go well with my army. And the Christmas box for the ogres was like $200 and was kind of uninspired. I want to do more ogres. But basically the Christmas box was 2 more copies of the exact same figures I already had, plus a giant. And not a good giant, it's the old giant, which isn't a very good figure. So I don't want that. I never want that for my army. I want to get the Dudes on Mammoth box. I want to get that box and then see what I have for points at that point. Maybe get another squad of ogres so I have another battle line. You know, actually 2 more, so I have 3 battle lines. But that's about it. I mean, that's what I want to run. I want to run, enough dudes to fill out and a lot of mammoth stuff and the big beast riding dudes. So.
Did they notice the beast riders?
Beast Claw Raiders.
Yeah.
That's it. So, yeah. But I like the Stormcast. I got to figure out how to play them better because I played them and I got myrtleized. Playing freaking the High Elves. The High Elves, beat the sweet loving crap out of me.
Yeah, that's what you mentioned.
I mean, wow, they kicked the crap out of me. So I got to figure that one out. I got to figure out. But again, the other big thing that's about it is that I don't want to get all competitive with Age of Sigmar. I want to paint pretty figures and then I have units, throw them on the table, let's play. I don't want to get all crazy with them. Yeah, the Lumineth were it was just... they kicked the crap out of me. It was
Embarrassing? Humiliating?
Borderline unfun.
Oh, now you know how I feel every time you kick the crap out of me.
Yeah. Maybe I should be holding up the salt sign here.
Oh, I've never said I wasn't salty. Everybody knows I'm salty. God, there's nothing new. Everybody knows I'm a salty ass bitch. That was the whole reason for the anti-salt masks that apparently I'm not allowed to have.
The Mumineth, yes, the Mumineth. So yeah, what else has been going on? We had a couple of figure swaps. I got the Royal Wii.
Thank you.
You're a Wii. You're part of our Wii.
I didn't get any.
You're within my orbit.
I didn't get any figures. People didn't send me anything.
You didn't send them anything.
Yeah, see? So, therefore, I am not a part of this Wii.
You are part of the Wii in the Royal Wii. You're part of the me. We are part of the us. Us is the we, and the we is me. So we were in a couple.
I don't know what you were just saying.
We were in a couple of figure swaps.
He was in a couple of figure swaps.
She is just petulant.
I've been drinking.
We're just gonna. You got a new nickname according to Commodore.
What's that?
You're Dead Sea.
What does that mean?
Because it's so salty.
Oh no, I'm not nearly as bad as some people.
But I did a figure swap with a couple people.
Thank you for correcting that.
Whatever. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna come over there and pinch you.
I don't.
I pinch. I pinch.
My elbow hurts.
Oh. Her elbow hurts. She jacked her elbow up like a month ago and it's still healing.
Because I'm not giving it a chance to heal, really.
Yeah.
I'd like to point out it's my right elbow and I'm right-handed.
But she used that elbow a lot, you know.
Like I am right now.
Being her arm and all.
And my jaw. The holy balls, man.
So I sent a old metal Blood Angels Captain figure that I painted up to a friend online, and I sent another figure to somebody else. I don't want to say what it is because they might be watching the channel and they haven't referred they opened it up yet. But I was in 2 swaps. In return, I received a fully painted Herald Deathwolf, and
which is really, really cool.
It's a really good looking figure. And then I got these today, and I think they're from one of the mini swaps. I'm not really sure, to be honest. I'm very thankful, and he said they were part of a Secret Santa swap. So, again, I'm super thankful for that. But I got a pair of Tamiya panel line accent colors. I got black and I got brown, which I'm super excited to use. I've heard really good things about them. Where did that box go?
Which one?
The one that the thing that the
ones that you threw away?
I didn't throw it away. I don't know. Okay, I put a box away. Anyhow, I got it as part of a mini swap. There was no mini in there, but there was 2 things of these panel line accent colors. And if I looked at them right, it's look at this, hon. It's a little tiny brush for doing panel lining with.
Keep it PG.
Yes. So I'll be using the black for my gray Marines, but I'll be using the brown actually for my wolves because I use the brown with the blue. It just looks better than the pure black. They get too stark if I use. They get too stark if I use the black with them. So I use browns. I use Agrax for them on almost everything, as you can probably tell, looking at this shoulder pad and this sword. Maybe even some of the wheels and whatnot. I'm a big fan of the browns with the blues. Helps blend everything a little better too. So, but I mean, I've heard really good things about them, and guys, you're telling me they're nice. So we will definitely give them a try and review them and see what people think of them. Are you making squeaky noises over there?
Yes.
Squeaky noise.
I've been drinking. You've
been drinking. Maybe that's not a good idea to draw right now. She's like, to hell with that. I'm painting with a pen. I have a lovely wife. She makes me so happy. She's so silly, and I love that about her. So with, everything kind of on a hold with GW right now, I mean, the figures, the book, all the new rules, they're putting stuff online, but all the new stuff, it got held out till next year. my local GW store, which was giving away, free Plague Marine figures. I got there. He opens at 11. I got there at 3. And he had been out for over an hour at that point. I'm like, you knew I was coming. You knew I was coming. I'm like the ambassador for the Plague Marines in our area. Nope, they're gone. They're all gone. They're gone.
And Commodore got one.
No, Commodore didn't.
Oh, that's right. Phoenix got one.
Phoenix got one, and she got a very cool one. She got one with a fart gun, with the heavy duty fart gun.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking forward to see in what paint scheme she paints that thing.
That reminds me, I have to figure out what I'm giving for Christmas.
Yes, we have to figure out what we are giving the Commodore and Phoenix.
They just bought a house.
We have to get them something resembling a Christmas and housewarming present.
I have an idea.
You have an idea?
Yes.
We shouldn't talk about it on the channel, though.
But it's so cute, and I want to share it.
We should share it with them after we give it to them.
Okay.
We can talk about it then. We want to surprise them.
My back's starting to hurt.
The thing that bothers me about the free model per month promotion, the thing that bothers me about the free model per month promotion is the lack of actual models that they do. I mean, you would think they would scale it compared to the foot traffic. They see you, Plague Child. Go back in your room, Sicky. You can try and do it monochrome. Okay, very cool. I mean, I like the idea that they're promoting an Army every month thing, so they're giving everybody a figure to give it a shot. But like when they did it with the witches, they gave the store 30. They gave them 3 boxes, so they gave them 30 witches to give away, and those lasted a day or two. And I understand they don't want to go broke giving away models, but I mean, if they're going to give away free models and within an hour or two of opening the store, they're out, maybe either A, not give away the models, or either A, not give away models in the store. Maybe give away a coupon you can redeem or mail in to get a figure or something. I don't know. I mean, that's my big issue is that, I mean, I was there at 3 o'clock the day it opened. I was there 4 hours later, and they were out, and they'd been out for over an hour. And it's just kind of like, I'm not really salty. I like the idea of them giving away a free figure, but at the same time, I mean, if you're giving away a free figure, if it's a free figure for the month, it shouldn't be done by the end of the first day. You know? I mean, you don't want to say, wow, it's free. What are you going to complain about? But I mean,
it's like free comic book day.
Right, but the difference is when you go to free comic book day,
they're crappy ass comics.
Sometimes they're actually really good comics. You can walk away with a big old pile of comic books. You know, yeah, they're all one-shots or half-size comics. They're not, they're introductions to their comics or whatnot. And one figure is an introduction to an army, But the idea that, you go into free comic book day, and if you go into that comic book store, if they're promoting free comic book day as free comic book month, and you go into the comic store halfway through the first day, and they're out of free comic books, is it really free comic book month?
I'm sorry, were you saying something? I zoned out there.
Eating the protein, counteracting the alcohol. You're adorable. I love you.
I'm feeling very after that.
I can imagine. You haven't drank alcohol in a long time.
Not feeling that. I'm not drunk or even tipsy.
You're just feeling.
You have a nice head.
Okay. My wife is in a weird mood. I don't like it when she's weird. I don't like it when she's weird.
PG.
I am being completely PG.
Ooh,
So
white stuff. White stuff.
Yeah, you already spurted it all over yourself.
That's not right.
So I'm not. Ew, old people. And that's the thing. I don't want to complain too much about it. Ben, what is your opinion? Why do you think it's BS? Tell me why you think the free figure day is BS.
Because they don't have his figure that he wants.
Well, they've only done 2 of them so far. Give it a couple months. Like I said, my only problem is that, there have such a limited number of the free figures. It's just, is it really free figure month if your figures don't even last the day? On the other hand, yes.
Is it an uncommon non-set figure? No.
No, it's just what they did is I can show you what they literally did for the Plague Marines.
You have one?
I got even better than that. They sent them 3 boxes of the basic troop figure. The store manager built them, based them, just built them, not primed or anything, just built them, glued them on their bases, and they gave them away as people asked. And he just built them however he wanted, just regular building. On the other hand, there ends up being a lot of bits left over. I'm not complaining too much about not getting a figure because the manager was just going to have to throw away the bits. I like Plague Marines, so I got boxes of bits. I'm not complaining too much, but I'm not the average person there. And Tina, exactly that. I think if they're going to do it, maybe, do one box a week.
That shit will be gone in a day.
Well, they were gone on a day when they did 3 boxes.
That's because everybody wants to play Plague Marines with their new rules.
Well, but they didn't get no rules. You're going to get me salty again. Yeah. And that's the thing. To be honest, if I could put it down to anything, and I hate to put it as a gateway, but I think as long as they're doing if you spend $100, you get that coin. Maybe just the idea that you had to buy something, and then you get the Marine. It's like, hey, you bought a box of figures, you get a Marine. That would be kind of cool. Especially given the amount of and that's the thing. You just walk in, I like a free figure because today's free figure day. Here you go. Here's your free figure. And the first 21 people that came in the store get a figure. Well, the GW store that we go to, on a Saturday, they average a couple hundred people coming through the doors, from what I'm hearing, now that it's off. And that goes back to the whole thing I was talking last week. I was guesting on a show, and we were talking about the fact that now that a lot of the things are restricting, figures are just disappearing. You can't keep figures on the shelves. Everything's like selling out right away. All the Christmas boxes, even the quote-unquote bad ones, like sold out the day of or the day after. I mean, all of the Christmas boxes are already sold out. Last year, a couple of those Christmas boxes were around until February. Yeah, and that's the thing, Kami. I agree. That's what was the problem. I would think, people came in, wanted a free figure, and they wanted a free figure because they wanted a free figure. They're not playing Death Guard. They wanted the free figure because they could get something free. They didn't come in. They didn't buy anything. They didn't interact with anybody. They walked in, got a free figure, and walked out. Now, the flip side is, I did get the coin. Sorry.
Don't mind me. I'm checking my work schedule for next week.
And I do have to say,
Okay.
I do have to say,
my schedule does not change at all next week.
that's cool. That's what I kind of thought. I do have to say, the Plague Marine coin is pretty cool. I appreciate the coolness of the Plague Marine coin, or the Death Guard coin. Let the puppers out. So, oh, did you bang the right elbow? Oh my God, I'm so sorry. No, I'm sorry.
Oh my God, and it wasn't even all that hard. Okay. I'm drunk. I'm admitting it. I'm out.
You leaving me?
Yeah.
Put the puppers out, please.
You have to bring him back in.
I may have to, yeah.
You're ready, buddy? You want to say hi to everybody? Come on. Look, Daddy's over there.
He knows better. I don't want you.
Aww.
I don't love you.
He knows that's not true.
I don't love you.
As we get derailed by our mascot. Look at this face. Look at this face.
Oh, you big dope.
Come on, buddy.
Go on.
Come on.
Go on.
Oh.
Go on. You goofball. So, I mean, every month they're going to be giving away a figure. Yay. I mean, free figures are great. I'm hoping that they do more than just, 10, 20 figures and they're done for the week. I got the witch elf. I got her and I painted her up last month. And I got her specifically because I wanted to try a new paint scheme, and I wanted to try, I don't want to buy a whole unit of them, but I wanted to actually try painting some stuff, and try something a little different I actually did a lot of practice on skin tones on this figure, which I was really happy about. I really found a couple of really neat and clean ways to do good looking skin tones, which I'm very happy by. It's just a test figure for me. A Plague Marine, honestly, I'd almost rather a Plague Marine went to somebody else, kind of honestly. I'm kind of glad it went to somebody who wasn't a Plague Marine already player to kind of interest them in the line, because I mean I've been buying the blind box ones, and Meeks says he's sending me a box of the blind box ones, which I'm super excited for. You guys know I love the Death Guard. I'm going to be working on them. I was hoping to be excited to be doing them because I'd have their book, but I don't have their book, so I'm still going to be excited in painting them, but I've got a whole box of them to do yet. Which, yes, I am excited for my Death Guard. I'm excited for them getting their stuff, even though it's delayed. I'm mad at GW, but I understand the reality of it, but at the same time, I'm still a little mad at them. It's just like, come on. You know your stuff already exists. It's already printed. It's already ready to go. Why are you delaying it? And the cynical version of Big D is going, you're delaying it because you want to, your sales are, as of a report I just saw, the sales for this year are super high already. So you want to push the sales that are off into next quarter to make next year look better. And that's the cynical Big D talking. And I don't like the cynical Big D, but that's really how I feel. I feel they're playing us as corporate fools because evil corporations are evil. But I love this hobby, so I can't talk. So, digital Necrons. I don't like it. I'm going to probably strip it and give it to my wife to let her try and paint it into something else. Okay, I'll strip and let you try it. Yeah, I thought you were gonna do that with your science. You're gonna try and paint them like Tron dudes. So I don't think I'm gonna go with this paint scheme. So I think for this week, I'm gonna ask everybody to come back and comment below in how you think I should paint my Necrons, because I'm going to paint them differently. I'm going to paint them in a different scheme than the typical, oh, look, we're all metal with null oil. I want to do something different. I want my Necrons to be like, wow, those are weird and different. I want to do something like that. So I'm looking forward to hearing your suggestions. That being said, I think we're going to wrap up a little early here, as the wife has already... I think she's taking her anti-pain meds, and that's why she's a little loopy right now. And plus, I got to bring the dog in, and not a lot going on in the world of GW, and I'm sitting here rambling. So I think we're good for the week. Remember, guys, Sanguinimus is coming. I will on Christmas Day or Eve. I'm gonna do my Sanguinimus drawing, either Eve or Day, but I'll do it live. And we'll do that drawing to give away that box. So pass it around to Blood Angels people you know. Pass it around to people who just love old school DK. Pass it around, and let's get people interested in some old school 40K stuff. Other than that, I want to give a big shout out to all my Patreons. I want to give a big shout out to all of you here. I'd like y'all to hit that thumbs up if I entertained you, if I were funny, if she was funny, if we did anything good. Give me a thumbs up. Let people know that I did all right. Apparently only 2 of you like me today, and that's all right. I'm not a failure. No, that's all right. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you all for your support. Thank you for your love. We have crested 600 subscribers, and I have crested 300 followers on Instagram. So I am so thankful to all of you for that. That being said, wear your masks, wash your hands, be careful out there. Paint your figures, spend some time with your family, and enjoy the hobby. Thank you so much, everybody. I'm Big D. She's Lady D. We are the Gamecraft Dragons, and I am out of here.